Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and others in the administration have leveled a bunch of allegations related to Russiagate Gate. And I think this is a case where the right is going to say all the things are true. There was a conspiracy to destroy Donald Trump, and the dominant media refuses to cover it because they're trying to cover up their failures. And the Democrats. That's the reddish point of red point of view. The blue point of view is nothing to see here. This is all made up. They're lying. Barack Obama is innocent, etc. I try to live between those two things and just follow the facts. It's hard because the Republicans don't make it easy by overstating the case and saying things that are wrong. And the Democrats don't make it easy by being closed-minded about the whole thing. One person now at the center of a new set of allegations, put up number 6, is former Congressman, current California Senator Adam Schiff. According to documents made public by the FBI, there's a whistleblower. I'll read the headline. Adam Schiff approved intel leaks to smear Trump, thought he'd be CIA chief if Hillary Clinton won, according to a whistleblower. So according to this document, there's a whistleblower who was aligned with the Democrats on the Intelligence Committee, and that Schiff leaked things with the motive of trying to become the head of the CIA if Hillary Clinton won, and with the intention of smearing Donald Trump. Now, one of my biggest complaints about the media regarding Adam Schiff is he clearly went on television and said things that weren't true about Donald Trump during Russiagate. And he claimed to have the authority of his status as a senior Democrat on the Intelligence Committee to leave the impression, well, I've seen documents that say really bad things about Donald Trump regarding Russia. And he's never been held accountable for it. And every time he went on after being caught lying, I expected even the liberal media to ask him, and they almost never did. And if they did, they dropped it right away. So this news story, if true, doesn't change the paradigm completely, because anyone paying attention knows that Adam Schiff was in favor of leaked or pretend leaks to try to hurt Donald Trump. I don't think anybody could dispute that. Here's what Caroline Levitt said when she got a friendly question at the briefing about whether the press should or would cover this story, number 8.
The president has already said he wants to see Adam Schiff held accountable for the countless lies he told the American people in relation to the Russiagate scandal. I brought Tulsi Gabbard out to this podium to talk to you about all of that, and this administration is taking accountability very seriously. As for this new FBI whistleblower report, I understand Kash Patel last night declassified a 302 FBI document showing that a whistleblower who is a Democrat, a career intelligence officer who worked for Democrats on the House Intel Committee for more than a decade, repeatedly warned the FBI in 2017 that then Rep. Adam Schiff had approved leaking classified information to smear then President Donald Trump over the Russiagate scandal. This is obviously a bombshell whistleblower report. Hopefully more people in this room will cover it as such. And I have a quote from the FBI director for all of you. He has said this: "For years, certain officials used their positions to selectively leak classified information to shape political narratives. It was all done with one purpose: to weaponize intelligence and law enforcement for political gain. Those abuses eroded public trust in our institutions. The FBI will now lead the charge with our partners at DOJ, and Congress will have the chance to uncover how political power may have been weaponized and to restore accountability." That's what the administration is focused on, and hopefully we'll see some more media reports on this whistleblower allegation. If this were reversed, if this were allegations against the president or any of these cabinet officials, I'm sure everyone in this room would cover it as such.
So, Kaivan, I've not read a word about this in the Washington Post or New York Times. Maybe they're working on big bombshell investigative pieces that'll come out. But based on what you know, either before or what was just presented, does this seem like a story that should be pursued? If there really is a Democratic staffer for the Intelligence Committee who's a whistleblower saying Adam Schiff did these improper things, should the media and the Congress be looking into this?
I mean, any story, I think there's an argument if it's a true story that it should get focused. But I think once again, it's a disservice to pretend there's a civil debate happening here on whether this was a bad thing for Adam Schiff to do, when the larger context is the blatant weaponization of the DOJ against Donald Trump's political enemies, kicking up all sort of dirt about Obama and Hillary and all this stuff.
Hold on. Sorry.
Yep.
You might be right that those pieces of it are a blatant political attempt to go after the president's enemies. But that's not what I'm asking you about. I'm asking you if Adam Schiff, the senior Democrat on the Intel Committee, is being accused by a whistleblower, according to the FBI, is being accused by a whistleblower of saying we should leak stuff to help to hurt Trump about Trump and Russia. And I'm doing it in part because I not only do I want to hurt Trump, I want to become CIA director. Does that bear?
I mean,
does that,
I just feel like it's the same thing. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I could say, should they investigate Brett Kavanaugh for leaking about the Clinton impeachment and go after him? That's what's being done here, though, right?
But
like,
stop. No,
sure.
no, stop. But stop changing the subject. I'm just asking you.
But that's what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. Like, sure, go report on it. It's not about changing the subject. They're trying to change the subject. And I think media is trying to do a judgment call of how far are we going to follow these sort of random stories that the Trump administration pulled out. Whether or not they have merit, it's fine. If it has merit, go write it up. Sure. I think it's valid. Produce the evidence and go run it.
But do you think, Lyndsay, one more for me and then please come in. Do you think it's a random story if the senior Democrat on the Intelligence Committee was heard by someone on the committee saying we should break the law and leak classified information in order to hurt Donald Trump's chances of winning the election? Just on its own, forget every other.
But I refuse to answer on its own because it's not happening in a vacuum. So yes, objectively, do I think that's a bad thing that merits further investigation if true and if evidence is produced? Yes. But do I think it's a little bit ridiculous to expect it to lead the conversation, to be the focus of the New York Times, to be the focus of the Washington Post, when so many other crazy things are happening in the exact context of this same agency, the DOJ we're talking about, the same players like Trump, all these folks? I think it's absurd.
Okay, Lyndsay.
This is what's really sad with the state of politics at the end of the day, because these are, if this is true, what this whistleblowing is saying, it is a bombshell and it should be investigated as such. Now, we don't know. This seems like one whistleblower. Is it true or not? That's the job of the media, to investigate these type of things. But oftentimes, because we have so many stories like this, the liberal media blows it off. The right-leaning media eats it up and it becomes huge, opposed to us just being able to see things like you're talking about, Mark. Let's look at this story as it is, but people can't do that. And what Kaivan is just saying, even so, Democrats or Republicans, whatever, if it's on their side, if they're the one being accused, they do not want to talk about it in an insular way. They only want to talk about it like grabbing everything off the shelf, ever bad that has happened. I think that's a disservice to the American people, but it is the state of media affairs right now and politics where we can't see things for what they are. We can only see things for everything that has happened. And that might be a bad answer, but it is the job of the media. Maybe not politicians. You can't expect for them to be that, but the media should be able to see a story for what it is and break it apart. That's the job of the media.
Yeah. Want more great clips like that? I've got an idea. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the Two-Way community, never miss a clip, and you can always watch our full episodes, join them live, go to twoway.tv.